Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to high school basketball in the great state of West Virginia. Video Productions proudly invites you to join us for live streaming coverage of sectional tournament action in Class Single A Region 3, Section 2. Alongside my caller analyst, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Boland, I'm Andrew Miller. Our game producer for tonight's broadcast is Robbie Mounts, and on the cameras is Josiah Mounts. We welcome you inside the gymnasium at Greater Beckley Christian High School for this sectional tournament semifinal game featuring the number 1 seeded Crusaders of Greater Beckley Christian High School and the number 4 seeded Bobcats of Summers County High School. Glad you could join us here on Video Productions for this semifinal action. We'll bring Bob in here. Bob, this is a very unassuming building. You drive up here on a side road here in Beckley. You're very familiar with these side roads, but big things are happening in this small building with Greater Beckley Christian.
Well, Brian Helton has built this into a powerhouse of West Virginia. I mean, they have a high school team that's ranked first in the Power Index for single A schools. They have a post-grad team that's phenomenal. They have a national high school team that plays. So there's a lot of basketball that goes in this gym, and then you can just tell by the banners and the pictures of the players on the wall. The high school West Virginia SSAC team is the team that's showcased, and they're having a tremendous year.
They absolutely are. Coming off of a year last year, they were a hair away from Charleston, Bob. They missed out on that due to a Webster County team that went undefeated last year in Single A, ended up winning the championship. If they were to make it through here, Greater Beckley Christian might see a rematch in the regional co-final with a Webster County Highlander team and an opportunity with redemption on their minds to get back to Charleston.
Oh, and I'm sure Greater Beckley would want that. They got a little revenge against Webster County with a 40-point win here earlier in the season, and Video Productions broadcast that game. And I think Greater Beckley has their sights set on one thing, and that's a state championship.
On the other side of things, number 4 seeded Summers County, they are upset-minded. It's going to take quite an effort here tonight to upset this number 1 ranked team in the Power Index, 9-14 Summers County. But again, the reason they play the ball games is to see what can happen. Folks, we're going to have ourselves a national anthem coming up here in just a moment. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and your opening tip after this.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
State your name, sir.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I'm running for Supreme Court.
Are you a married man?
47 years?
And 30 years in the National Guard.
Does she call you Colonel?
No.
So, Colonel, am I your favorite grandchild?
Objection!
Sustained.
Vote Bill Wooten Justice. This one's easy.
Hey, Granddad, I'm really the favorite, right?
I could use your vote.
We welcome you back inside a now dark Greater Beckley Christian Crusader High School Gymnasium as the home team, the number 1 team in single A in the latest Metro News Power Index, is set to take the floor. It is Greater Beckley Christian facing off against Summers County. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams. First off, for the number 4 seeded Bobcats of Summers County, head coach is Robert Bowling. Dawson Ratliff is a 5'11 senior guard. Levi Jones, a 5'9 junior guard. Trent Metter is a 5'11 senior guard. Logan Fox, a 5'10 junior guard. And then Hunter Thomas, the lone big man inside. Hunter Thomas is a 6'3 junior forward. For Greater Beckley Christian, head coach Brian Helton building big things here. Elijah Edwards is the 5'11 senior guard. Sean Hoskins, a 6'2 senior guard. Caden Smallwood, a 5'11 sophomore guard. Thaddeus Jordan, a 6'6 senior forward. And Isaiah Hairston, a 6'4 senior forward. Greater Beckley Christian in the white uniforms, jerseys, and pants. And they've got Greater Beckley across the front in black. And the Bobcats are bright orange here tonight. And the opening tip, we are underway here from Greater Beckley Christian. Right off the bat, a 3-point opportunity, and burying it in the corner is Dawson Ratliff. And Bob, we've talked about this for the last couple of games we've broadcast. Upset-minded teams are going to have to shoot the ball well. Ratliff hits one in the corner off the bat.
Testa, his feet were set, and he was able to knock it down.
Trying to answer and doing it is Elijah Edwards. He averages 14.1 a game, and he hits the first 3 of the night for the Crusaders. So we're squared up immediately at 3 apiece. Into the front court, the Bobcats go down the left side, and that's one thing, again, you're not going to be able to do against Greater Beckley is turn the basketball over.
No, and that's, Greater Beckley takes great pride in their full court pressure defense as Summer County comes out in a 1-3-1. Kind of a sunken down 1-3-1.
A deep 3 for Hairston off the marker. Sorry, that was Edwards. And the rebound in and out of my hands. Coach, I apologize. I almost had a rebound. Just a minute into the ball game, 3-3, and here comes some backcourt pressure for the Crusaders.
But Summers County doesn't have the resume of Greater Beckley, but they have some tough kids.
Yeah,
always a good football program down there, and
for many years a very good girls basketball program.
Oh yeah,
they had a run at the state tournament as the shot put up and in. That one knocked down by the big body of Trent Metter. The girls team, very successful downstate. Nice pass to the big man inside, Isaiah Hairston, the 6'4 senior forward. You mentioned to me before we came on the air, this guy has got a solid body. He's a big guy.
Yeah, and the little general replay shows they were fronting. When they front him, he needs to use his body, his hips, to shield the defender, and they did a good job of getting that lob into him.
3-point play opportunity, that foul whistled on Logan Fox, his first, and the free throw good for the big man, Isaiah Hairston. And here's a steal on the inbound, and immediately Caden Smallwood taking it to the hoop. Sorry, that was Sean Hoskins. Bobcats with some trouble, finally breaking that pressure of Greater Beckley.
And you can tell Coach Robert Bowling has worked on the press this week, trying to beat the press. But then once you beat the press, you have to attack it and score if you want a team to get out of the press.
Speaking of attacking, Metter trying to attack the much taller inside of the Crusaders, has it knocked out of bounds. And it will stay with Summers County into the corner. Here's another 3 attempt put up by Ratliff. And the rebound cleared into the front court for Sean Hoskins. Greater Beckley coming in. Record of 17-4. Rebound off the miss by Edwards.
Greater Beckley dominating the boards early on.
That's to be expected with the height advantage. But one of the shorter players in there mixing it up, Smallwood, as his first shot blocked. The rebound coming down to Hoskins. It'll stay with the Crusaders.
Greater Beckley will get the ball OB under. And good move there by Edwards, wanting to get it close to the basket as he can. But referee said you're going to move out here. Here comes a down pick for Edwards against that zone. Good job setting it up for Edwards for the little floater.
That runner in the lane off the mark. The rebound down to Levi Jones. And sometimes you see those frustration fouls, Coach.
Yes, and I think that's exactly what it was. Edwards a little upset with himself for missing the little easy runner. Summertown, even when the ball is being taken out close to half court, Greater Beckley will get in some type of pressure defense. Looks like a man-to-man this possession.
Sometimes that's used to slow down an offense, but I think Greater Beckley may actually have some thoughts of some stealing.
Oh, yes.
Another attack to the baseline. I like the way Metter's attacking the inside right now.
Yes, he is. Playing very aggressively, and you're right on the press. Greater Beckley wants to speed the other team up and force turnovers.
That foul whistled on Sean Hoskins, his first, team second. Pass inside, tipped away, back into the hands of Summers County, and another foul whistled. And this one's going to go on the big man, Isaiah Hairston, on from behind. And that is the third. In the lane with the immediate bounce pass and a quick foul, Logan Fox. And I'm telling you what, this Bobcat team showing no fear, going right at the interior of the defense for Greater Beckley Christian. That's the third foul in the last 10 seconds.
Playing very aggressively, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line.
That's the second foul on Elijah Edwards. But the first free throw pops out for Logan Fox. An early 8-5 lead for Greater Beckley. Another one pops out, and those are things that you're going to need in an upset attempt. Big man Hairston, like the perimeter passing, they'll get a three off of it. And a long rebound tracked down by Fox. Here comes the Bobcats on the attack. Layup missed, but a rebound and a put back in for the 6'3 junior forward, Hunter Thomas.
Again, Summers County on the attacking the offensive boards, 8-7.
Hanging in early, halfway through the first quarter. Three-pointer missed. Here's the big man, and I tell you what, that might be an issue tonight.
It will be. Harrison's a low down there on the low block. He's got great hands.
We see that pressure starting to mount. Give credit to Levi Jones for getting on the floor after that. Now we got a little extracurricular intensity here as we start this postseason play. You know that during the regular season, you have one level of intensity, Coach, and then in the postseason, it's quite a bit different.
I think Jones was just trying to get up quickly. He and Smallwood shake hands right there, and Brian Helton getting Caden Smallwood out, let him cool down a second, but both players show good sportsmanship after. You get tangled up sometimes on the court.
It's good to see cooler heads prevail immediately. Bobcats hanging in early. They're doing that with no fear, attacking the rim here. And Ratliff wanted to attack the baseline. Good defense over there by Thaddeus Jordan, though.
Oh, nice
backdoor cut in the lane, and a beautiful shot by the 5'9 junior Levi Jones.
Yeah, Levi Jones, great job going back door.
Jordan trying to answer. That's off the mark. Another rebound inside and a cleanup for Hairston.
Hairston strong around the basket, able to corral the offensive board and take it up and get the bucket.
Hairston has 7 of the 12 early. Now here's a steal. Krunick in the ball game. He'll attack the basket, and we're going to get ourselves an offensive foul. Smart play there by the Bobcats, getting their feet set. That's about a 50-50 call there, I think.
Yeah, Krunick driving to the basket, and close calls. Went with the charge that time.
Krunick, a big-bodied junior, 6'8" junior forward. And that pressure in the backcourt still. He'll hand it off to the quick guard, Logan Fox. Nearly lost it at half court. Bobcats now on the attack, baseline jumper, and Dawson Ratliff gets going.
Ratliff, nice little short corner jumper, and Summers County right in this one, sticking with that 1-3-1 defense.
I like the game plan for Coach Robert Bowling. Here's a deep three thrown up, no good. A rebound and a putback off the mark again. Coach Bowling attacking the defense early and getting some shots to fall for the Bobcats. That keeps them here just down one.
I think a little rust for Greater Beckley. They haven't had a game in 15 days.
Had one scheduled against George Washington out of AAA. And due to some poor weather, that one canceled. As Ratliff misses. Here's an attack. We got another whistle. This time it will be a blocking foul. Hunter Thomas of the Bobcats trying to step in to take that charge.
And I believe he called it on the ground, no shot. So Greater Beckley will have an OB under, only the second team foul against Summers County.
That's one thing that the Crusaders have struggled with here in this first quarter. They have 5 team fouls already. Elijah Edwards, one of the starters, has 2 of his own. Obviously, the height advantage, coach, in favor of Greater Beckley here. But sometimes, as you said, toughness can negate some of that. Another 3 in the corner. That one too strong. Another rebound, though. Hairston attacking the basket, and the soft touch, left-handed in the lane. Yeah, he has 9 early.
Yeah, Isaiah Hairston, and when you're all 15 days, the rush usually affects the guard play more than the big guys inside.
Metter kicks it into the corner. Now Ratliff out top. Here's a 3 on the left side, off the mark. Ty Fitzpatrick and Crunick looking to push. Miscommunication, I think, there between he and Jordan.
Yeah, I think that Jordan should have kept running there, looking for the dunk, and I think he was floating out for the 3. As you said, a little miscommunication. Greater Beckley changes up their press here. Looks like they're in a 2-2-1 this possession.
Trying to keep Bobcats guessing, but the Bobcats guessed right on that one, and they'll work themselves into the lane. Metter attacking the baskets, and a blocked shot out of bounds will stay with Summers County as Hoskins checking back in for Isaiah Hairston.
Summers County in a box set on the Alabama's play. Look like running a double pick and then a little scoop in.
Boy, Metter put that one up quickly. Here's Crunick, the 6'8" point guard. Back out top. Jordan's going to try another 3. Boy, he's been cold so far in this first. And you mentioned a layoff of 15 days. Here's Ratliff pulling up on the baseline. That one off the mark. And the rebound down to Hoskins. Crusaders looking to push. Hoskins, the runner in the lane. Soft touch. Another left-handed floater for the Crusaders.
Yeah, very difficult shot, a floater going full speed, then having to regain and slow down. Nice pass here against the press for Summers County, no avail.
Jordan again attacking, and that's going to be some body contact, maybe on the floor.
Yeah, Thad Jordan to be 6'6", really handles the ball well. Here's Thad Jordan, little half Euro step, able to draw the foul.
That foul whistled on Dawson Ratliff. But again, the game plan for Coach Robert Bowling of Summers County is working. They're getting to the basket and getting opportunities. And here's a steal on the inbound. They've missed a couple of cherries the last couple of trips down the court. That's something you can't afford to have if you're looking to upset the top team in single A.
Oh, you definitely, for Summers County, they'd have to shoot a very high percentage, and they would have to limit turnovers. That would be 2 keys for them to have success tonight.
The backdoor cut, a beautiful pass from Fox inside, but another missed opportunity. Good defense, though, by Crunick. Here's a 3. That was Drumheller. Put back no good, and another loose ball rebound in the lane. This time no good by Hoskins, and the Bobcats still battling.
Oh, the Bobcats, I told you they were coming here tough. Now, playing a good game, and if they would get the lead, I'm sure you'll see see them try to take the air out of the ball a little bit and shorten the game up.
Obviously, they're going to try to keep the scoring low. Here's a steal with 5. Attacking the basket, Hoskins loses the dribble. And Drumhealer at the buzzer. That one airballed short. And that is how the first will end, 16-11. Greater Beckley on top, but a very motivated Bobcat team sticking around after one period. We'll take a break for our sponsors. Be back here on Video Productions.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 and Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
We welcome you back inside Greater Beckley Christian High School's gymnasium. After one here on Video Productions, it's 16-11. Number 1 team in the state of Single A, the Crusaders, struggling, not a ton, but a bit, Bob, here in that first quarter. And you mentioned a little bit of ring rust maybe.
I think so, and Summers County's doing a great job in this 1-3-1. They're forcing three-point shots, and they're causing turnovers. Now what they're not doing is rebounding the ball extremely well.
Here's a nice reverse off of a steal. Logan Fox, the junior, he wanted that steal in a bad way.
Nice lefty reverse by Logan Fox.
And he was not going to be denied on the steal. And a beautiful reverse layup. Pass in the short corner, and they'll get it to the big boy, Hairston, who took about a minute break at the end of that first quarter. Comes in and immediately makes his presence known. He's got double digits here in the first half.
Great interior passing by Sean Hoskins.
Bobcats struggling to hold on to the basketball right now, and it eventually will be stolen. On the attack. Left wing 3, and Smallwood drills it.
They say time for a TO. These are the kind of runs that Greater Beckley gets, and good 30-second timeout by Coach Bowling. I mean, we've done games here this year, Andrew, where it will be 14-12, and then you look up and it's 36-12. And thought that's a real good use of a timeout. Now, for Summers County, they really need to get a bucket on this play. If they get a turnover and a steal, they're right back into the, a turnover and a bucket, they're right back into the same situation.
The domino effect is very real when you talk about top teams. We witnessed that a couple of nights ago, Shady Spring, in the first quarter against Riverview, up by about 5 points, and then you blink your eyes and they're up 25. So, yeah, I'm with you. A good timeout used. Try to settle your guys down immediately.
31-1 run we witnessed the other night.
That was impressive to see. Summers County on the attack. They've done well on the press break. They'll get it to the baseline, now back out top. Bobcats looking to work some offense. When Ratliff, the leading scorer for the Bobcats in this one. He's got 5. And the Bobcats being very patient out of that timeout.
Yeah, and Greater Beckley just playing a little tentative in postseason. Usually their ball pressure is much greater than this.
And you wonder about maybe, again, the wear of not playing for a while. Boy, there's a nasty fall underneath by Levi Jones. Looked like he either slipped or twisted an ankle, and he's up, and you see him coming down the floor. He's not looking the best.
And he's been playing really well so far. They need him in the game. He gives a thumbs-up sign to his coach.
8-point lead for the Crusaders. Edwards attacking in the lane, and Beckley Now slowing it down, settling themselves. They're recognizing that 1-3-1. They've got the 2 guards out top. Nice spin move, baseline. As Hairston can't get the shot to fall, but a great finish by Jordan. That was a spin move.
Yeah. Nice spin move, and Thad Jordan in the right place at the right time with the stick back.
Bobcats breaking the pressure again. And they'll work into their half-court set, trailing, though, by double digits for the first time tonight. Work into that high post area with Thomas. Now here's an attack for Metter. It's a nice attack to the right side, just couldn't get the shot to fall. Greater Beckley looking to add to that lead. Jordan faked a 3. Attacks. Couldn't get that pass from Hoskins. That would have been a nice one. Someone got a hand in for Summers County, but that had highlight reel written all over it.
Yeah, the little general highlight here. Hoskins fighting for the rebound and getting rewarded at the charity stripe.
Hunter Thomas whistled for that foul, his second, team 4th. So at the line, shooting 2 is number 2, Sean Hoskins. Buries the first one, makes it a 24-13 game. We'll get another substitution for the Crusaders. Checking in, Lucas Cecil, the 6'7" junior forward. You mentioned this guy could be starting. You know, he's got all the talent in the world.
Cecil and Crunich both come in, and Greater Beckley doesn't miss a beat.
They have some significant size.
I mean, they're as big as any team in the state, any level. AAA, AA, single A.
Crusaders have gone up in class a couple of different times, challenged themselves against some AAA competition, faced off against the number 1 team in the state in all classes, University, up in the Morgantown area earlier this year.
And they had the Battle of Beckley against Woodrow Wilson, the first time ever the teams have played, and it's a real hard-fought contest, and Woodrow Wilson came out on top.
Here's Metter attacking the lane, a great pump fake. And you got to get those to fall down.
Yeah, Summers County's had 3 layups, and they've been unable to convert.
Hoskins missing a 3, and the one thing Greater Beckley not doing well is shooting 3s here in the first half. Bobcats on the boards defensively as well. Metter out top, swings it to the right side, and there's a athletic play over there by Hoskins. Closing out very quickly on that 3-point attempt by Jones.
Yeah, Greater Beckley shooting a very low percentage of 3s, but still they've almost doubled their opponents in scoring.
Another timeout on the floor for the Bobcats. We'll take it with them. 4:11 remaining in the first half. 25-13 Crusaders. Be back after this message.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
4:11 remaining in the first half. Number 1 seed Greater Beckley Christian, the home school here, leading 25-13 over Summers County, the number 4 seed. Andrew Miller, joined by my partner, 2-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. Liking the strategy of Coach Robert Bowling here tonight for Summers County. Unfortunately, they've missed some easy looks in the second quarter, and they're trailing now by 12.
And Summers County came out that possession after the timeout for the first time tonight in a 2-3 zone. and they were able to get the stop, but then turned it over after the defensive rebound.
Ezra Drumheller with the steal and the putback, and we've got a foul now on the Greater Beckley Christian side. So Drumheller gets on the scoreboard. That foul whistled on Lucas Cecil, his first, team sixth. So for the final 3:37, Bobcats will be in the bonus. Metter at the line. And Metter is struggling. You take a look at the Little General Stores instant replay there, Bob.
Yeah, going up amongst the trees was Metter and able to draw the foul.
Little General, great prices, convenient places. Visit your local Little General Stores. I've done that. Did that today before I left our location in Spencer, West Virginia.
And there's a big sign in this gym. Little General sponsors everybody.
Boy, Metter missing a couple of free ones.
Yeah.
And you start to see that lead balloon because of the missed opportunities. Yes. Three-pointer, and that is a rarity in the first half of the Crusaders. Jordan had missed 3 previous, and he buries a big 3.
Yeah, Thad Jordan, great shooter, 6'6", long, athletic, and Summers County may need to think about that 2-3 zone, especially if Greater Beckley hits one more.
Yeah, you spoke about it. You blink your eyes, and it's a 17-point lead now.
Yeah.
With a steal,
Great
2-on-1 break. Oh, and the missed bucket.
Yeah, that was a $50 pass with a 5-cent finish.
Smallwood's going to owe Edwards an assist later in the ball game.
Yeah, definitely. Great pass by Edwards. Smallwood not able to convert. And Smallwood a great three-point shooter. You can tell he's been in the weight room and improved other areas of his game.
Ratliff attacking, now into the corner to Fitzpatrick. He'll work it over to Ratliff. He'll fire the 3 from the baseline, in and out. And suddenly, the Bobcats have gone cold here in the second quarter. Here's an attack to the basket by Smallwood, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled.
Well, right after I talked about the weight room, Smallwood's been in there. He used to be a little fella. Right here, able to absorb the contact and finish strongly with a nice kiss off the glass.
Dylan Hardy over just a little bit late on our Little General Stores instant replay. So the Bobcats have gone ice cold in the second quarter. They've missed some outside shots, but really the problem, Bob, I think, is they've missed those opportunities at the basket.
Well, and every time we go somewhere, Andrew, we see a 30-1 run in the second quarter. Maybe it's our fault.
Couple of free throws for Caden Smallwood. Greater Beckley perfect from the line, 5 for 5 here in the first half. 0 for 4 are the Bobcats.
Almost a 10-second call there. And Greater Beckley in a 2-2-1 full-court press.
Here's Minner from 15, and finally they take the lid off of the jar.
Yeah, Trent Metter able to break the scoring drought.
Hairston triple teamed inside, has it knocked away, picks it back up, and gets the soft left-handed floater again.
Hairston just so good around the basket, uses both hands equally well.
13 first half points for the 6'4" senior Isaiah Hairston. A minute and a half remaining here in the first. 20-point lead, just like that. Three-pointer thrown up by Jones off the mark. And Greater Beckley in transition. Hairston. Here comes the attack and the dish out top. Good ball movement to the right wing. Two-guard set. Edwards, the lefty, from the wing, off the mark. Another board on the backside, and Hairston attacks again.
Hairston's been finishing around the basket. Nice little head fake. Greater Beckley doing a good job with their inside game, and their three-pointers are going to start to heat up. They hit their last one.
Just really no answer for Isaiah Hairston in the first half. Here's Fitzpatrick on the left wing. He's off the mark. And the Bobcats having trouble buying a basket at the moment. Here's Smallwood, a pull-up 3. Another rebound for Hairston, and he'll be at the line. He's working hard in this first half.
Well, Harrison's having a big first half. You know, Andrew, a lot of people wear the same uniforms, but there's very few good teams out there. And Greater Beckley's trying to become one of those teams that have a chance to win a state championship, and I really feel that they do have a chance at it. And realistically in single A, I think there's about 4 teams as we look at the replay. Hairston dominating the boards. I think there's about 4 teams in single A that can claim they have a really good shot at it. Charleston Catholic being one of them from this area, playing real well. Williamstown had a tremendous season this year. And but as you know, when you get to Charleston, anybody can step up, but usually the cream rises to the top.
The only single A loss in state for Greater Beckley came to Charleston Catholic. 14-point loss on the road at Charleston Catholic, 64-50. I was mentioning when we were watching that replay, the Little General replay, at the attack from Hairston, seems to know where he needs to be at the right time.
Yes, he does. He's got a good knack for the ball. And that Charleston Catholic win over Greater Beckley, they were avenging an earlier win by Greater Beckley. So both teams won on their home court this year.
2 for 2, and Greater Beckley still perfect from the line. 7 for 7. And in the backcourt, we're going to get some body contact. Braylon Arvon.
5'11" sophomore guard getting some action early. John Rose in the game, a 5'9" freshman guard. Watch out for these two in the future. They both can fill it up and put it in the basket. You know, they're playing behind Elijah Edwards, a senior, Sean Hoskins, a senior. Now Caden Smallwood, he's only a sophomore. So Greater Beckley has it set up to be good for years to come.
And that's the goal of a program, really, is not just to be a one and done or a flash in the pan, is you want to build a program and you want to sustain a program. And so far they've done that. That is the first free throw made, by the way, in the half for Summers County for Jones. Missing the second, 1 of 2.
Well, and I'll tell you, their coach, Brian Helton, and you know, you can vouch for me, no notes here. Brian Helton was a 1,000-point scorer at Bryant College in Tennessee.
15 seconds left.
Oh, nice pass.
Little two-man game by the big boys there. Hairston showing he's not just a scorer and a board. He can dish the ball inside.
Oh, yeah, nice interior passing. It's not an easy thing to do. Great break by Crunich. Good pass by Hairston. Crunich at the line.
Pair of free throws.
Throw out another fact for you, Andrew. Brian Helton was a national champion player here at Greater Beckley. He's the school's all-time leading scorer. This place has been a part of his life from a young age, and he does a tremendous job with these kids.
Cronick, 1 of 2, the first miss at the line in the first half for Greater Beckley. 5 seconds left. Here's Jones, baseline, and I think we're going to get Crunich with a little bit of body on the drive.
Yeah, threw that right shoulder out there on the drive, and the referee's right on top of it. Veteran referee crew here, Mitchell Barker, Terry Oxley, and Dwayne Bones Nelson, veteran officials from the Princeton area. And they were under the tutelage of the best, Mike Eads, who has done a national championship game.
Enjoyed the back and forth with a coach and some referees when they're not in a game situation.
Yeah, I didn't like many of them in a game situation. I like him from this area, though.
Jones missing the front end of the 1-on-1, and that is how the first half will end. A good start for the Bobcats in upset mode, but in the second quarter, it was the Crusaders of Greater Beckley Christian flexing their muscle. They lead it at the half, 40-16. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll give you some stats and talk about the first half after these messages.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
I'm Bill Wooten. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power, our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
We welcome you back inside the gymnasium here at Greater Beckley Christian High School. At the half, your score 40-16, the number 1 seed in Region 3, Section 2, Greater Beckley, over the number 4 seed, Summers County Bobcats. Andrew Miller, joined by my partner here at the half, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin, and a local resident of the area. I was mentioning to you, enjoyed getting off the interstate on exit 48, seeing a big old sign that said, home of Bob Bolin, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year.
I talked him into putting that up so I'd know which exit to get off of. But no, I'm really proud of that. A couple of the local senators went out of their way to do that, and I'm very thankful for that.
Well, you know, it's a very well-earned honor as well. You know, you've put a lot of time and effort into the sport, and you've given a lot of years to it, and now you're doing it in a different capacity. As you look at the first half, it really was a very good start for the Bobcats in that first quarter, but I think the poor shooting in the second half, in the second quarter, may have kind of been the demise for Summers County.
Oh, you're right on the money, Andrew. You know, Summers County's playing well. They're right in the game, down 3 or 4 late in the first quarter, and they missed a couple of bunnies. And then, you know, once Greater Beckley goes on the roll, that's just what happens. That's who they are. They play with a lot of enthusiasm, and when things go well, they really put the gas down and really attack, and that's exactly what happened.
You know, I really liked the game plan coming in for Robert Bowling, the head coach for Summers County. They attacked the inside, the interior of the much taller Greater Beckley team. They got the looks at the basket. They shot the ball mid-range pretty well in the first quarter. And Greater Beckley Christian did them some service by shooting poorly from the outside in the first quarter. And really throughout the first half of the ball game, Greater Beckley did not shoot well from the outside. They got a couple late in the first half, but the second quarter cold shooting for Summers County really was the demise. And again, Greater Beckley working it inside to the big man. My first opportunity to see Isaiah Hairston. This kid is the real deal.
Oh, he is. He's strong around the basket, and he can step out and shoot the three. And very non-characteristic of Brian Helton, he can tell, I mean, he knows his team didn't shoot the ball the way they're capable of, and they only stayed in the dressing room for 3 minutes at halftime. They're out here, and look, all the starters are out there around that three-point line, getting some shots up, and just trying to shake that rust off of a 15-day layoff.
Sometimes a change of scenery or a change of basket is the trick, but really the only thing going wrong for Greater Beckley was the shooting from behind the arc in that first half. They did very well. Taking a look at the first half scoring, leading all scorers was Isaiah Hairston. He was dominant, 17 points. He was 3 for 3 from the line. Greater Beckley missed just one free throw in the first half. Sean Hoskins coming in with 6 in the first half. Caden Smallwood adding 5, as well as Thaddeus Jordan coming up with 5 of his own. For Summers County, Dawson Ratliff with 5 points in the first half, followed up by Trent Metter. He had a couple of buckets, but he had some opportunities missed in that first half. He finished the first half with 4, and then Levi Jones with 3, and then a couple of players with a bucket apiece for Summers County. And again, they were right in this in the beginning, but then just went cold from the field, and Greater Beckley continued to cruise, and they lead it now 40-16. So you take your broadcaster hat off, Coach, you put your coach's hat on, and you go into the locker room with Summers County. What do you tell your team at the half?
Well, yeah, I mean, you tell them that the game will be much closer if they make those layups, and the coaching staff's doing a good job of putting them in the proper place. They just missed them, and then, you know, on the other end, you got to give Greater Beckley credit for those steals. You know, Greater Beckley's got their pressure defense going, and, you know, Summers County, they have to go over whatever they've done to attack that press. There's no changing now. I mean, you got 2 or 3 different ways that you attack it. They may need to try something else, but and Greater Beckley's good at what they do, and you have to give them credit for the steals and the easy buckets where they change defense into offense.
Greater Beckley putting up some shots here before the second half, and Summers County just now exiting their locker room. 40-16, your halftime score. We'll be back with second half action here on Video Productions after this.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
State your name, sir.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I'm running for Supreme Court.
Are you a married man?
47 years?
And 30 years in the National Guard.
Does she call you Colonel?
No.
So, Colonel, am I your favorite grandchild?
Objection!
Sustained.
Vote Bill Wooten Justice. This one's easy.
Hey, Granddad, I'm really the favorite, right?
I could use your vote.
My car was totaled, and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different, and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything, so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam, because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
And we're back here inside the Greater Beckley Christian Gymnasium. Here we go, second half action on Video Productions. I'm Andrew Miller, joined by my partner, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. 40-16, the number 1 team in single A, Greater Beckley Christian, on top of this very, very motivated Bobcat team from Summers County.
And
it's got a match with execution.
Yeah, and Greater Beckley showing a 2-3 extended zone for the first time tonight.
And I think it messed with the Bobcats because the steal happens and a coast-to-coast bucket for Elijah Edwards.
And I think when you get to postseason and, you're up 25 points, you're going to look at things that you may need to use down the road. I mean, because their man-to-man was going great and their presser was going great. So the only reason to change for this game is to get work in on what you may do in the future. So you're looking at the zone. They're very active in it. They're moving. Harrison needs his hands up, but everybody else is active and moving inside.
Well, I remember the days of old, Coach, when the 2-3 zone was 2 guards at each elbow. You got a 2-3 zone, and they're all outside the three-point line.
Yeah, the game has changed. I mean, it's evolved. Now people use a 2-3 zone to run shooters off of the three-point line and make them take a dribble inside to shoot a two-pointer.
It's so different. It's so different. Winner of this contest will advance to the sectional championship. That will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The place to be determined based off of who wins and who loses on this side and the other side. The other side, you've got Mount View and Greenbrier West, the 3 versus the 2 seed. And the winners of that will face off again tomorrow night in the sectional championship. Both teams that win tonight will advance to the regional co-finals no matter what.
Regional co-finals. I was away from high school basketball for a lot of years coaching college, and I like that term, regional co-finals, as Thad Jordan gets into the passing lane and gets a nice deflection there for Greater Beckley.
Well, I think the Bobcats struggling with this zone of the Crusaders, but again, you look at the zone, very quick guards out top and lots of arm length. They've got some guys in there that have got some reach.
Oh, they do, and they use it effectively.
That foul whistled on Levi Jones, his second. They'll feed the big man inside and right near the block. That is almost automatic as Hairston adds to his total of now 19 points in the ball game.
Big Barkley in the paint. Hard to stop. He's got good soft hands, great moves.
Inside, here's Metter attacking again. Metter finally gets himself to put one through. And I tell you what, Metter has been at that hoop throughout the ball game. He went cold shooting in the second quarter. Maybe that'll help Metter get things going again inside because he really has attacked.
Yeah, he helped Summers County get off to a great start with his aggressive play and trying to bring it back to him here in the third period.
Tough play there for the Bobcats. Levi Jones, after picking up his second, he gets a reach-in foul, and he's got 3 now in the ball game. Greater Beckley working the corner, and that's what you said.
He can step out there and shoot it.
Never let me be a doubter, Coach, of your scouting.
Hey, the big fella's got range.
My goodness, and he has 22 now in the ball game. 47-18, just like that. Here's Metter inside again. He's clamped down on, so they'll get it out to Jones, and that thing was so close to falling down. Now Hairston showing the handles. Gets it out to Jordan, who rattles his second home.
Yeah, you tell Greater Beckley getting a little more comfortable. They're really known for that three-point shooting by all 5 players on the court. The big step out. The coaching staff does a tremendous job of teaching their players to play multiple positions.
Here's Ratliff for 3. That one battled home.
Ratliff rattles it in.
His second 3 of the ball game. He's got 8, and now a timeout whistled on the floor. That is by head coach Brian Helton.
And I'll tell you what that's for there, Andrew. Look at them. They got the board out. They're drawing. They haven't played that 2-3 a bunch this year. And what Brian Helton is telling Thad Jordan right now, that corner's yours. And then Thad Jordan said, well, but I had a guy on the low post. And Coach Helton saying, so that corner's yours. The big man takes the low post. If they overload a side, one of the guards can drop down. And he's drawing with that clipboard right there, and that's exactly what's going on right now.
Well, what's been happening here as you'll watch this replay by Little General.
And see, the ball got into the middle. And when it gets into the middle of that zone, the tendency is for everybody to go to the middle. Well, no. He wants Isaiah Harrison to play man-to-man there, and you stay wide. Now, what Thad was asking, they had a man on the low post. So he was inside the man on the low post. He needs to be on top of him so he can still get to that pass in the corner. That was a good job of coaching by Brian Helton, you can tell. And Thad Jordan, just having smart players able to go ask you a question. Coach, I got a guy on the low post. Where should I be?
And that's a testament to the coaching of Summers County. They have adjusted to the 2-3, and they know where they have to get it, and they're starting to get it there, and they've got a couple of good looks off of it.
And
speaking of
three in a row.
Sean Hoskins getting in the three-point game.
A little low delivery on that left-handed tray ball, but he's very effective in shooting it.
Bobcats working the perimeter now.
And look at the offside guard. Look at the offside guard. He's taking that middle. Look, see, offside guard is taking Metter in there to keep the ball out of his hands.
Yep.
And then that way Thad Jordan can get out there and doesn't have to stay on the low post.
And what you're seeing now, it's just perimeter action because they can't get it where they want to.
Yep.
Here's a baseline jumper shoved up when all else fails.
Well, and that's when you say good defense and good offense. I mean, Greater Beckley had good defense pressure on the shot. Hunter Thomas just made a difficult shot.
Yeah, that was a very nice shot by the lefty, the 6'3 junior. Here's Jordan in the lane. We got a whistle. I believe Ratliff was in there.
And right here it is. And Thad Jordan, long, rangy, good hand up. Maybe when they watch the film, they'll look at Harrison and say, you got to attack that more aggressively and get up in the air on that shot and challenge it.
You see Coach Elton over there talking to.
Is that who he's talking to, Harrison?
Hairston about that. And a rare miss at the free throw line. I'm telling you what, Greater Beckley was 9 for 10 in the first half shooting from the line. And Jordan makes up for it with the second.
Okay, see what Greater Beckley's still in that zone. So what they're going to concentrate now, Summers County, there goes the middleman. It's the offside guard's responsibility. There he is. Now he's got to get back to the shooter. And Summers County doing a great job of overloading a side and getting the high post and low post covered.
Good movement inside off of screens. They're running Fitzpatrick along the baseline, trying to get him open.
You can tell Summers County's played against the 2-3 zone this year. Greater Beckley's just doing a really good job of moving.
They've extended that zone all the way a couple of feet outside the three-point line.
And there it was, and there's the link.
Here's another look for Thomas on the baseline. That went off the mark. Hairston skies for the rebound. 3 minutes left. Here's another three thrown up by Hoskins.
4 in a row.
Wow. And a team that was struggling from the three-point line in the first half, and we said it's about the only thing Greater Beckley was not doing well. And now they're doing that well.
Well, you've watched Shady shoot it, and you've watched Greater Beckley shoot it. You've watched Woodruff. It's the water down here. The Raleigh County water leads to good three-point shooting.
That's the 7th of the ball game for the Crusaders.
Look at the length of Jordan there in that zone. And they may go to this zone in postseason. Doesn't look bad for them. They're a man-to-man team. That's what they are, but you never know when you're going to need it.
A great ball movement and another three opportunity. That one missed by Hairston. In transition now, Thomas tracking it down right on the baseline. He'll lob it all the way out top, and great defensive play by Smallwood. Athletic move and a dish, and Jordan finishes it off.
Smallwood with the left hand look away. Caden Smallwood being very unselfish. Great pass to Jordan for the bucket.
As a former point guard, I know it's tough to see when you see the size of me right now. I love a good pass more than a good shot.
And there was one right there.
Under 2 minutes left here in the third. Greater Beckley's taking full command here in this sectional tournament semifinal game. Region 3, Section 2. And now, for the first time, an unforced error for the Bobcats.
And just from knowing Brian Helton for a long time, he doesn't want to play zone. He's a man-to-man coach, but he's working on it, just thinking, do we need this later? And they're not doing bad at it, and I think it's a good coaching move.
Yeah, you see a Webster County team that can really light it up from outside. You see Charleston Catholic, who's got some very quick guards as well. You just you be prepared, as you said, for everything. Greater Beckley extending a little bit of that 1-3-1, and they'll draw a turnover. Not sure who was in there that poked it away from behind. They got it out of the hands of Krunick. Bobcats still battling against the odds here. They'll get it inside to Metter. It's been empty for a while. Again, to the high post area.
And they had the low post covered that time.
Metter tried to attack. Good job by Krunick of just getting his hands up. And a transition opportunity, a three-pointer put up by Edwards, and that's the first miss in a while.
And, you know, Edwards can score the ball. He's averaging 14 points a game. But his job as a point guard is to create rhythm and balance for his team. As long as he does that, and then if the points come, so be it. But he's got to keep his whole team in rhythm and in balance.
Summers County off of that last turnover, and they'll give it right back as it goes through the wickets of Fitzpatrick.
And that was Lucas Cecil there getting in the pass lane. And a zone defense is no good unless it gets deflections and distorts passing lanes. And that's what Greater Beckley's doing. They're getting deflections and they're distorting passing lanes as Summers County goes to the 1-3-1.
And again, you've got the wingspan of Cecil and Krunick. Krunick underneath with the basketball. He'll muscle one up.
Yeah, that's a European move, a right-handed hook on the left baseline. You don't see that much.
That was impressive. Yeah.
It was. Now Greater Beckley back to the 2-3. See if when the ball moves, all five people move.
Into the high post area for three as the clock strikes 0 off the mark. And it's a big lead for Greater Beckley Christian. The number 1 team in Single A will carry it into the fourth quarter. 61-23. Be back with fourth quarter action here on Video Productions after this.
Bill Wooten facts.
Bill Wooten is the only candidate who fought the bad guys
and helped the good guys.
Bill Wooten is the only retired colonel.
Only Bill Wooten is supported by labor and business.
Democrats and Republicans. The best hugger. And the best granddad.
Only one more thing to say. If you honor me with your vote, I'll serve you with honor.
That's a wrap.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
We welcome you back inside the Greater Beckley Christian Gymnasium here on Video Production, Region 3, Section 2 action, Class Single A in the state of West Virginia. I'm Andrew Miller, joined by my partner, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin, and we're watching the number 1 team in the state finally shaking off the rust of 15 days without a game, and they have really started to light it up from 3 in the second half. They've changed up their defenses. Everything's seeming to work right now for the Crusaders.
Yes, it is. Great pass there. And Elijah Edwards with the finish. Dawson Ratliff made a good defensive play the possession before that. Greater Beckley, see all 5 are moving in that zone. You see a zone, people standing around, it's not going to be effective. But there's Edwards trying to distort passing lanes. You know, it's got to be 5 people working together on a string.
Again, give credit to Summers County. The game plan coming in has not really changed, and in the first half they did a great job of executing it up until the point of the basket as Krunick goes down hard. Or sorry, that was actually Drumheller.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Andrew. They did, but here's Drumheller taking a hard fall there. Gets up tough. But you know what they say, Andrew. It's all fun and games till somebody gets smacked in the mouth. Everything's going good, and then you get one of those Greater Beckley 17-1 runs, and gets difficult.
They've had a couple of those here tonight. That last instant replay again. Got to thank our sponsor, Little General Stores, great prices, convenient places. Visit your local Little General Stores. 40-point lead for Greater Beckley, so they're looking forward to tomorrow in the sectional championship. And it's going to be one of two teams. It will either be number 3 seeded Mount View or number 2 Greenbrier West. Greenbrier West is the favorite in that one. And our good buddy Mark Martin, who is one of your longtime broadcasting partners, he's always keeping me in the know and in the loop. He is a wealth of historic knowledge.
Yes, he is.
And he texted me during this game, and he mentioned to us, he said, a little nugget for you. Greenbrier West assistant coach Kelly Vaughn is considered to be one of the greatest athletes in West history, both football and basketball.
Okay, stop. See if I get this one right. Tight end for Wake Forest. Am I right? Keep going.
3-year starter at D-line for Wake Forest.
Okay, I got the Wake Forest right.
His coach on the D-line was Bob Pruitt, who turned out to be a longtime coach for Marshall University. He and his twin brothers, Chris and the late Steve, were all state football players when my hometown, Spencer High School, beat Greenbrier West in 1991 for their first and only AA state football championship. This guy knows his stuff. Mark Martin.
If he was younger, I'd call him Google, but he's older, I call him the encyclopedia. Mark's just got it. He's the best. He's the best around, and I'm just honored to get to work with him.
Back to the action. Christian Krunick picks up his 3rd personal foul. That is something that the Crusaders have done much better in the second half. Now, granted, they've played a lot more zone, as you mentioned, so they haven't been quite as physical and up in the face.
Now, 5:58 left. Coach Brian Helton getting some of the younger guys in the game. As Connor Riggs gets in the game, and also John Rose.
Trent Metter hits 2 of 2. That's something that Summers County struggled with in the first half. They were 0 for 4. They're now 3 for their last 4 in the second half. Metter, well, he's been a workhorse in there. He's an undersized big man at 5'11", and he's going up against some of the better talent and bigger and taller talent inside. He's been in there, and he's been at the basket throughout the evening.
He has.
So to give that guy credit, he's a senior.
Now you watch little Rose down here in the corner. He can shoot it. The team's wanting to get Connor Riggs a shot there, but little Rose there got a loose ball there, and
Smallwood will take one.
And now he'll get Smallwood out. I think that was possession, was to get Caden Smallwood a good look at a 3, get his call. He's made some great passes this game. And there goes somebody off the bench.
Smallwood hit one in the first half, and he's got 2 threes now.
Yeah, that's when you leave. When you take a couple starters out and leave one, you're probably rewarding them for making great passes and saying, let's get you one good look at a 3. And then you're coming out too, big boy.
And they've got somebody at the scorer's table ready to replace at least maybe Smallwood or Sean Hoskins, who takes it to the hoop. And they got 2 of them. So 2 more starters will check out. It will be Krunick, and it's going to be Hoskins.
And Hoskins stayed on there a little bit. I think he kind of thought it was Smallwood just hit that 3. Get him out of here.
He's pleading his case. 4:48 remaining in this one. And the Bobcats, well, they did a great job the start of this ball game. The game plan was there. The tenacity and the fight was there for the orange and black, but just way, way too much talent and execution for the last 3 quarters by this Crusader team. Turnover on the sideline. That was near steal by Coach Helton.
No, Coach Helton calls that turnover. That's why he sit down real quick. He got in his team's way. And he can't fuss at his player for that turnover. Coach Helton's telling the referee, that was mine. I got in the way there. They're having a good laugh about it. All right, they're staying in the 2-3 zone. Now let's see what the guys were doing on practice that don't get the majority of the reps. See if they help. Good movement there. And Summers County, again, tough on the boards. Still great hustle. And boy, Coach Boland sitting there giving him 5, saying, you know, you're down big. There's 4:13 left, but you don't see any quitting these Summers County kids.
Fitzpatrick nearly went into the weight room after that loose ball. Taking a look at the other side in the region, You're looking at Charleston Catholic and Webster County. As attacking the basket there, Dylan Hardy getting on the scoreboard. His first bucket of the night.
Summers County switched to a man-to-man here. They were in the zone. And, great job.
Oh, Michael Judy misses the three. And on the other side, an attack straight to the basket.
We got to take a look at that one. I've been nice to the refs all day. Elijah Shamlin. Oh, well, you know what? I got to say, boy, you take one that hard, the ref should give to you. But he did fall back before the contact. Well, they got another one right. That's shame on him.
That's a close one.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go against him. If I was coaching, I would.
Front end of the 1-on-1 missed. Sorry, that was a basket that went down.
Shamlin with a nice crossover dribble.
3:30 left. Greater Beckley will face off against the winner of Mountain View and Greenbrier West. The ball nearly sticks in there. Again, Summers County not giving up. Ratliff on a third rebound. Puts it back up and in.
John Rose got those feet set. Oh, really a good outside shooter.
A lot of up and down action here as we're closing in on the final from Greater Beckley Christian. And again, you'll look for either Greenbrier West or Mountain View. It looks some nifty dribbling there. And everyone out of the stands going nuts. And explain that one to me, Coach.
Well, that was John Rose tight with the handle. He was getting bumped going down the court. Boom, stopped it. Crossover dribble. Rose, nothing but nets.
John Rose or James Harden, I couldn't tell.
Boy, I tell you, I told you about Rose. Don't sleep on him. He's going to be a good one. That's a nice, quick crossover dribble. Stop a little between the legs action. But all that was no good if he didn't drain that three, and he knocked it down.
And that got
knocked it down.
And in a game where Greater Beckley's leading by so much, you almost become dull as a fan base, and that really excited and lit up the fan base so much that they had to stop play for a second.
Well, he got bumped a couple times going down the court, no call, and then he put the brakes on.
Three.
Bank is open in the Beckley area late at night.
Noah Barnes has 4 now. And down on the Greater Beckley side, an unforced turnover.
Now Rose got to get back serious. I mean, what is Rose? A freshman. He's going to, he could be the future guard of this team. Now he's got to go do something good and then do something good again. And I know, boy, these kids have been in Greater Beckley their entire school life, and their dad, John Rose, was a great player at Shady Spring, and he really does a good job working with them.
Deep three thrown up by Samuel Whitaker. And a rebound by Greater Beckley Christian. Under 2 minutes left, and the Crusaders will advance to the sectional championship. A nice attack to the basket by Hunter Thomas.
Hunter Thomas had 14. A.K. Minner coming from behind to try to get that knock from behind, and Thomas sensed it, able to take it all the way to the basket for the foul.
So if you're Greater Beckley Christian, your road to Charleston starts with a victory, and you're guaranteed a regional game as you take a look at
Minner's coming from behind, and Thomas sensed it and just couldn't get there.
Little General Stores instant replay, great prices, convenient places. Little General Stores. Free throws off the mark for Thomas. Rose into the front court trying to feed it. And he'll get it back, and he's going to bury another one.
I told you I had him on my scout report. Rose can shoot it from deep, knocks down another three, the freshman.
Here's a three by Whitaker. That's off the mark.
Now, I think all the players for Greater Beckley would like to see 23. Connor Riggs get a shot. Was that Rose again?
Rose. Who do you think that was?
He just looks like a player.
He's got 3 in the fourth quarter. He's got 9 points, 3 threes,
and
he's got a steal now. This is going to explode.
Oh!
And he carries another one.
All right, Brian Hilton's got to get him out there. He's going to be complaining for some playing time after that. Rose, 4 threes. He can shoot it up.
Rose had the steal, the pull-up 3 from about 3 feet behind the line, and the crowd went nuts again. He's got 12 points. As the Little General Store, here's the steal on the instant replay. Look where he pulls up from.
Rose from the parking lot.
12 points in about 3 minutes for the freshman John Rose. And will that be the swan song for Rose? Nope, it won't be Rose checking out.
Got Michael Judy coming in the game.
First free throw off the mark for Whitaker, and he'll get the second. Whitaker's first points of the night.
Sam Whitaker, a 5'8" sophomore.
A lot of people, a lot of talent coming back.
And Coach Brian Helton called timeout before Rose took that shot, and he did that to get Connor Riggs back in the game.
So you take a look at this Summers County roster. You're going to lose Dawson Ratliff. You're going to lose Trenton Metter. And you're going to lose Ty Fitzpatrick and Noah Barnes. Josh Ward, injured earlier in the season, is on the team, but he is not dressed, obviously. The rest of this team is coming back. They've got a lot of talent young for the Bobcats. Final 30 seconds. Thomas will attack the basket. The layup up and rolls around and in.
Nice move by Hunter Thomas with the left-handed finish.
Pass into the far left wing area. Here's a 3 put up. That's way too strong. And the Bobcats, they're not done yet. Here's Thomas trying to get some more on the board. And a foul whistle with 8.9 seconds left. So you're going to see Greater Beckley Christian against Mount View or Greenbrier West. The winner of that will take on the loser of the Region 2 Section 1 championship, which is number 2 Webster County, number 1 Charleston Catholic. Both those teams will advance. They're playing tonight.
And last year, Greenbrier West upset Greater Beckley, and that's why Greater Beckley had to go to Webster County.
Those two teams last year had a couple of battles in the regular season and in the postseason. There is your final points of the night, and it is a big victory for the number 1 team in Single A, the Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders. They knock off the 4 seed Summers County here tonight, and they'll advance to the sectional championship again to face off against the winner of Greenbrier West and Mountain View. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll recap the ball game, give you some stats, and we'll close things out here from Greater Beckley Christian after this.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
State your name, sir.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I'm running for Supreme Court.
Are you a married man?
47 years?
And 30 years in the National Guard.
Does she call you Colonel?
No.
So, Colonel, am I your favorite grandchild?
Objection!
Sustained.
Vote Bill Wooten Justice. This one's easy.
Hey, Granddad, I'm really the favorite, right?
I could use your vote.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different, and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam, because around here,
You matter.
Call 346-5990.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back inside the Greater Beckley Christian Gymnasium. Final score here tonight in Region 3, Section 2 semifinal action in Class Single A. The number one team in the state of West Virginia in Class Single A, the Crusaders of Greater Beckley Christian, victorious over the fourth-seeded Bobcats of Summers County High School, 80-38. In this one, Andrew Miller, joined by my partner, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. Coach, Summers County came in with a great game plan, executed it in the first quarter, continued to execute the plan up until point of score, and they just couldn't get it done in the next three quarters. But this Greater Beckley Christian team is a dominant force, has been all season. They showed why for the final three quarters.
Oh, yeah. It started with Isaiah Hairston inside. He's just been a load every game we've watched this year. He's been very difficult to handle inside. And then the guards for Greater Beckley got going, made some good three-point shots, and then the route was on. But give Summers County credit. They never quit. They played hard the entire game. They got a win here to advance to this round in postseason. And their season's over, but they say don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Summers County for coming in here on the road at a tough environment against the best team in the state. They put together the plan they needed to put together, and they battled even through insurmountable odds down to the final whistle and the final buzzer in this one. Greater Beckley Christian just so dominant here tonight. They hit 12 threes in the ball game, and they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from three in the first half, the Crusaders. So they hit the majority of their three-point attempts in the second half. Taking a look at the scoring for both teams, first off for Summers County, they were led by Dawson Ratliff, the senior, finished off with 10 points, the lone double-figure scorer for Summers County. He had a couple of threes in this one. Trent Metter finished up with 8 points in the ballgame. He was a workhorse inside, an undersized forward at just 5'11", and he battled against the bigs for the Crusaders. Hunter Thomas finished with 6 second-half points in the ballgame, and he was backed up by Noah Barnes with 5 and Levi Jones with 3. Isaiah Hairston for Greater Beckley Christian was the big scorer. He finished the night with 22 points, including a three-point basket, and he was 3 for 3 from the foul line. A great night for Isaiah Hairston, the 6'4 senior forward. He was backed up by a couple of players. Sean Hoskins finishes with 12 points on the night. He had a couple of threes. And John Rose finishes with 12 points on the night. He hit 4 threes in the final 3 minutes of the ball game to get the second place scoring going. Thaddeus Jordan finishes with 11, Caden Smallwood with 8, and Elijah Edwards with 7.
I think we can be safe to say that John Rose led the team in points per minute.
Guaranteed he led with points per minute. So it is Greater Beckley Christian advancing. They'll face off against the winner of Mount View and Greenbrier West on the other side of the section, and they'll try to get through that one. If so, they'll have a rematch with either Webster County or Charleston Catholic, and that game will decide who heads to the state tournament in Charleston, West Virginia. Your final thoughts, Coach, on a great night here from Greater Beckley Christian?
Well, Greater Beckley needed to play. Again, Harrison was tough in the middle. Greater Beckley got their press going, was able to work on their zone. Summers County, nothing to hang their heads about. They played hard. They played tough. They fought to the very end. But Greater Beckley, one of the top teams in the state single A, advances to the next round.
So glad you guys could join us here on our Video Productions live streaming broadcast of Region 3 Section 2 action in Class Single A in the state of West Virginia. Our production crew here tonight, Josiah Mounts on the cameras, Robbie Mounts right beside us manning the boards. My color analyst, again, the two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. I'm Andrew Miller. For our entire broadcast crew, have a wonderful evening, everyone.